cleaning the kitchen, and I've been asking myself all sorts of questions about content. So, it's not that I would never like collaborative content. I just want, this is what I'm beginning to want out of life. I want collaborative content where I get to have like a big say in scheduling, big say in like flexibility. Like, I want, like, this is what I want. I want to do maybe in the future collaborative content, but I want it to be flexible, understanding, and flexibility is just really strong. Like being able to say, hey, it's okay. You can do what makes you feel good in that moment, like to spend time with your family. I need that flexible scheduling. So I feel like when it comes to live streams, like there's always one person that wants to do it their way every day, all the way. So yeah, when it comes to collaborative live streaming, I might do it again in the future, but maybe on my hair channel I'll do some hair interviews, but it will be very like open-ended, very flexible, like hey, if you can't make it, I'm okay with that. Cuz I'm getting into the flexibility part of my life where you need to be open to people doing things and having things that they want to do and no shaming. Hashtag no shaming. Anyway, I kind of learned too, it was me that felt bad because, like I said, in every collaborative venture I've ever been in, I always was the more flexible person. Like, I was always the one that had to have more flexibility, and I could bend to what other people wanted to do. And if they couldn't do something, I never shamed them and said, oh no, this is last minute. So I just finally, like, I had to be a think tank about it and be like, well, wait a minute. If something came up in their life, I never like shamed them or made them feel bad. But I just learned it's not always that way towards you, because and people have the right to have whatever kind of schedule they want on their own channel. But I also know for something to be truly collaborative, like you have to have maybe a big say in how it's run. And I'm just like, there's just so many places in life where I always let people be the decision maker, or where you kind of have to let other people make the decision. But I'm just like, when it comes to something that's fun and a hobby, I want a lot of creative license and control. So for me, I've just decided, oh no, I dropped my melon. Solo content is better right now. I don't always want it to be solo content, but I was always like, this is what would happen. Like if somebody else's schedule changed, then I was supposed to be okay with, oh, we can't do this certain kind of stream. And also too, once again, live streaming was very focused on topics to their channel. So I had to think about like what topic is focused to my channel. It's food, cleaning, and art. So in order to do things that are focused on my channel, I think more solitary content is in the cards for me right now. You know, just being a solitary YouTuber who does their own thing. And I wanted to talk about like when you clean the kitchen. So one thing that makes it easier when you unload the dishwasher is take this whole thing out. I know this probably sounds funny, right? But back in the days, I used to think, oh my gosh, like you have to do it one by one. But if you do load your dishwasher, take the whole dishwasher basket out, and then you can take the dishes out individually, and it makes it a lot easier to put them away. It truly does. I do reuse some of my plastic silverware just because, well, until it goes bad, I'm going to keep using it. I don't reuse it like if somebody were to come over, I wouldn't make them reuse it. But just for me, because I'm like, I don't know, it's still good. Some of it I bought, some of it I got from like when I got DoorDash or something. And I don't see the point of disposing of it right away because it still works, it's still good. And it gives me a lot of forks, knives, and spoons because I know some people are like, oh, I can only have 3 forks, 3 knives, 3 spoons, and 3 plates as a single person, and they wash them all by hand. But honestly, I just rinse off my dishes, I put them in the dishwasher, and what works for me right now is I just run my dishwasher when it gets full. I don't know. People have all these rules about how you're supposed to do dishes or how you're supposed to live when you're a single person. But the truth is, if you're a single person, you can just live however you want. There aren't any rules really. Like, there's no handbook that says you must do it this way or else. That's one of the things about being like living on your own. You can do whatever you want. I think some people are looking for guidelines because if they've lived on their own for the first time, look, in the past I lived with a sibling, so and this one I'm going to throw away because I noticed, like, even though it's plastic, it's kind of getting a crack in it, so I think it's done. But you might as well reuse your plastic silverware until it's not good anymore, in my opinion. And I do like the metal ones better. I also reuse the plastic ones because I'm not going to throw it away just because it's not good anymore. And I don't store things in my dishwasher, but I do store like some pans and some cutting boards and whatnot. I'm going to have to move that to put it back in because it was a little tight. I do store some of my pans in my oven. I didn't run my dishwasher as much this week because I didn't cook as much as. I mean, I made a big pot of lentils and potatoes the other day. But I just find that I haven't been cooking quite as much. Go grocery shopping later today. I'll see where the day takes me, so to speak. It's kind of my thought process on that right now. Like, I'm gonna see how far along I get in my day before I start deciding whether, because I was thinking, oh, I could order Instacart, but I really don't. I don't know if I want to get that much food delivered. Because I was also sort of being more strategic about thinking out my day. I'm like, well, I have a couple of days off this coming week, so I could always go grocery shopping later too. And just eat down the fridge, which is what I have been actually trying to do, for the most part. That's been my theory. Well, what I want to do. Still a little bit of water dripping out of it. So I'm gonna get washcloth. Dry things with. I think I got everything out that I want to put in. I think also too, because I haven't used this air fryer yet, but since I have been using air fryer, I gave my new air fryer that was smaller to my sister. And she took it to her boyfriend's house, and I got this new air fryer. It's a big boy. It's not a big boy. It's a big one, and it has like metal racks and stuff. It's kind of a cool one. So anyhow, I haven't tested it out yet, but I'm sure I'm gonna love it for sure. I don't see. I'm gonna put this one in the oven actually. There. Might rearrange things later. I really want to use a coffee cup that I just got from... Can we play music, or would we be allowed to... Would we... No, I don't think... They don't want us to play music, you know. I mean, I totally get it. You can't play music in videos unless you like to have a copyright for it. But I just Alrighty, Rue. Okay. Let's keep going. I feel like some things just don't get dry enough in the dishwasher sometimes. Dry things off a little bit more, just so they're nice, completely dry. I love my Costco Disney Pyrex. So cute. It's so adorable. So I just make sure they're nice and dry before I put them away. So I have a washcloth. It's good for that. I'm like, I don't know what this Mr. Lid container still eludes me to this day. I guess you could make a dipping sauce for it because it's just so tiny. And I'm like, what? I mean, unless you just want the tiniest portion of something. I just always thought the Mr. Lid, he's so hilarious because he has like this retro design on him. Hi, I'm Mr. Lid. I'm just like, you are the tiniest little thing, but you are the cutest little thing, and I adore you so much. I love him so much. I really do. Funny story. I was putting up the flag yesterday in the sky, like, where did I came from? I heard a dog, because I heard the collar. And I was like, oh, is it a dog? And he's like, oh, I took your video of you putting up the flag. It was a beautiful moment. And I was like, okay. And then he sent it to me, and I'm like, okay, that's kind of cool, I guess. This is a cute cup that I got at TJ Maxx. Very adorable. It looks like a little rose. I love it. I kind of want to experiment with it because it's very beautiful. I have coffee right now, but I do want to drink some coffee out of it. And I was like, I don't know. So he sent me the video. I posted it on Instagram story, but I didn't post it here. I don't know. I just didn't want to post it here yet. Maybe someday, but I don't really feel like it. But it was cool. It was a nice little video, and he said he just wanted me to have the video, and I'm like, that's really cool. Like, just when somebody does something for you and they don't want anything in return and they just want to share something with you, I'm like, that's kind of awesome. And they just really want to... I thought, oh, he's a photographer, like, obviously. That's just really, it's beautiful. Very, very beautiful indeed. And it kind of made me feel really happy. Little things like that just really touch me, I guess. I don't know. It was very sweet. It was a very sweet gesture. And I have the video forever. It was very nice of him to do that. This was a cup my sister had printed on Zazzle with a art print by some famous artist. She just really liked it. She had used the public domain image to get it printed up. It's not really my thing, but she loved to do things like that. So I'm all about having lots of cute cups. I don't feel like they all have to match, you know? I just want cute cups. And these are really cute. Like sometimes I just eat like a small portion of something when I first make it, but I feel like these are cute for dipping. Like little dipping things. And I just am appreciating all my little potsy pans. They're so cute. Mr. Lid, better. There we go, Mr. Lid. You're all happy now. Dishwasher does accumulate a lot of water inside of him, so I'm going to dry this one off. So, I want to talk about another topic, and this will probably be a hashtag as well. It's going to go with my video. It's going to be called No Upload Schedule. And I wanted to see what other people were saying. Oh, hi, Casey. I didn't see you there. Thank you. I'm glad you love my kitchen. I feel like it's coming along. Like, I've added so many cute little things to it that make me so happy. So, I just want to talk about the concept of a no upload schedule that really makes me feel good and just something that I just really truly vibe with. So I know, like they always say on YouTube land, you must have an upload schedule. You must have a consistent upload schedule. However, I don't really think that's necessarily what's going to help you, because now there's a lot of big YouTubers who are saying, like, sometimes when they post more often, like, they don't get as many views. Sometimes when they post more consistently, they do get views. Yeah, I do have a lot of my cute art on the walls, Casey. Thank you for appreciating all my art that I create. I do appreciate that, and I appreciate that you love my art. So, yeah. So the thing that I just love about maybe not committing yourself to an upload schedule would be this. You could just have more creative freedom to do things you want. Like, to me, I just feel like we have a lot of schedules in life. Like, I get it. There are some people, they're going to best operate under an upload schedule, having, like, consistent times that they upload something. Like, that's going to enable them to do whatever it is that they do with social media or YouTube more efficiently. But for me, I don't know how you ended up in the dishwasher, but you did. And how, I guess he can live in here now. I guess he will be okay doing that. I just thought it was kind of funny that he ended up in there. But apparently, your stainless steel sponge can go in the dishwasher. I just didn't think he should, but he ended up in there the other day, and he seems to be okay. Now, this sponge is going to get another bath with two sponges. I think I stuck them in without rinsing off last time. So for me, I just feel like having an upload schedule makes it easier to get things done in my own life. Not having one, honestly. It's just kind of my preference. But I guess if you really feel that an upload schedule would help you, you should explore doing that. But just keep in mind, there are some people that have like 1 million subscribers, and they might have a couple of videos that popped up and that popped off, and they did have an upload schedule. And I think another thing about it also has to do with novelty. Like, okay, think about it this way. Yeah, see, that's the thing. I want the freedom to do what I really want to do, and I just have gotten to the point that for a long time, like, I was trying that, but and I never really constantly had like an upload schedule. Honestly, like I never committed to one on my channels. I sort of have some consistency though, because if you do watch my content, you'll notice that I upload mostly on Sundays and Mondays these days. Like and I do a lot of shorts throughout the week. There's a little bit of consistency there, but it's not completely consistent. And another thing too that I think helps is like I sort of view YouTube as a worldwide community. I don't view it just as a place where just a U.S. Demographic is watching. Although some people maybe most of their audience is in the United States, but for me, YouTube is 100% most definitely a U.S. demographic, a U.S. audience. So why am I going to commit myself to that very rigid schedule? I don't know. Those are just my thoughts on all that. But everybody's got to do what works best for them in the YouTube space. I think some people will find having an upload schedule is just for them. It's just not for me. And I'm having a lot of fun trying to get back into my more like cleaning the house and doing art content. I have my washer and dryer going right now because I'm trying to get caught up on laundry, get the kitchen back in shape, so it's not a big mess, and a nice clean kitchen. These are funny. They're supposed to change colors, okay? Look at the dishwasher and see. I need to make ice. I'm gonna make ice. Lately, I never used to love plastic cups. I used to be like, oh, they're so nice. But I don't know what it is about the Starbucks cup. It made me more excited about plastic cups. It's so weird. I don't know what it is. I just have like this love for Starbucks, I guess. I guess I do love Starbucks, to some degree, to be excited about a Starbucks cup. I'm going to kind of wash out the bottom of this one, though. That's some orangeiness stuff at the bottom of it, and I don't want that. I always like to see, what's it say? It says, top rack dishwasher safe. I'm one of those people who likes to look at my cups before I put them in the dishwasher, I guess. One of those, I don't know, You're one of those. Yes, I am. One of those. So I just load up my dishwasher, and you don't have to wait until it's completely full. You can just load it up, and then you can run it whenever it's ready to go. It's really that simple. It's not as complicated. I think people think running the dishwasher is so complicated. So I don't know. That's just how I do it. Gosh, my washing machine is making some weird noises there. It's well, move. That's music next door. I don't know. I wonder about this unit. It's had issues, okay? It's had issues. Well, I do believe that there was a leak through the ceiling once, and I tried to talk to maintenance about it, and they said that they thought that was impossible because I have tile flooring, and my unit wasn't upgraded to the marble flooring. Although he looked in my closet and he looked up there and he goes, oh, but it does look like there could have been a leak there one time. Oh, are you admitting that there could have been a leak? Because I came home last year one day, and in the hallway in my closet area, going towards the bathroom, there was a puddle on the floor. And I'm like, oh my buddies. It wasn't from my toilet. It was I think the unit above it leaked or something. But he tried to tell me that couldn't happen because I have tile floor and thinking, wait, how can a tile floor keep a leak from happening? I don't know. The explanation I didn't really buy it, but I think it's just because, well, too many days have passed, and I guess I could have called emergency maintenance, but I waited till the next day when they were open to ask about it. But I was like, I don't know, like, I don't see any more water. It's just like a leak on the floor. It was like, is it like a phantom leak or something? I don't know. It was weird. Whatever, I let it go. But sometimes, like, I've had a problem with my washing machine where they had to replace it back in 2021 because I had a leak behind it. And then, of course, the dishwasher pipe underneath my unit was leaking at the very beginning of the pandemic. And yeah. I don't feel pressured. Even if it's like weekly, like, I don't know, like, I do things weekly. I just, like, I post when I want to post. Like, I'm not gonna faux post, like a faux posting where, oh my gosh, like, I need to post today because people might want to see that. I mean, I guess if you have, like, a really rigid video format, you kind of have to, but I don't have to. I'm just giving myself permission not to any longer. That's it. And I still do want to do collaborative content. I'm just at the point that I just want to do it, like, when I know, like, more spontaneous. But that's not really allowed. No, I know what you're talking about, other people, Casey. But it's not like, I guess in the YouTube space, spontaneous content, I guess there's no, like, people don't really do a lot of collaborative occasionally, but it doesn't happen too often. It's like this orchestrated thing, and I don't know why it has to be like that. I just don't get it. But yeah, so I kind of think YouTube is also more of a, like, when you're a creator, I think solitary content is a little bit more doable than collaborative content, because I just feel like the more people that are involved, the more strategic planning there is. And I don't know, am I always a fan of that? Honestly, it just, not really, because then I feel like you're sort of at the mercy of what other people want. And I feel like there's enough things in society where you're at the mercy of what other people want and what they want to do, that you can just alleviate that freedom for yourself. And it's not that I want to say, oh no, I can't ever do collaborative content anymore, because I'm totally open to it. I want to do it in a way that works for me, I'm trying to be more relaxed, because for years, I'm not saying, for years I always had this frenetic, like, when it comes to YouTube, I definitely try to be more relaxed, but just in life in general, like, I just don't have the time nor patience to want to waste any more of my life on this frenetic, oh my gosh, like, we need to do this, we need to do that. Like, I do want to do things, but I just feel like a lot of life can be wasted that way, and I just don't want to live my life like that anymore. Like, I truly want to live my life in a way where I feel more relaxed. Like, I always used to, when I was younger, I used to be like, oh, like, I was never like a super nervous, high energy kind of person, but I was never like this, like, oh, really. So I do try to relax more, because it's something that over time I find more suitable for me, and it's just more rewarding not to stress about anything. I'm like, I don't have the energy to stress over anything. I just don't, because why? It's not going to change anything. Look at this cup. It's going to be so pretty. This is a beautiful new coffee cup to add to my collection. So pretty. I love him. My sister's like, oh, you should get one too. And I don't usually want a lot of new cups, because I felt like, oh, I have plenty of cups. But I don't know. I don't buy, like, when it comes to cups, I don't really buy. And I just have Almond Breeze. I think I want to buy oat milk next time, but I just have Almond Breeze, almond milk. And it's still really pretty when you pour it in the coffee. It still looks really beautiful. So I'm just trying to be more relaxed in everything I do in this lifetime. I think I might make a smoothie now, I think. I just wanted to showcase how beautiful that coffee was. Okay. We have a lot of grapefruits and oranges we need to do something with. It's gonna be primarily a grapefruit smoothie. Yep, you heard me right. A grapefruit smoothie. I don't know how you feel about that, but I think it sounds great. Plus, it'll last me for a couple days. Yay, I'm excited. Now I can get the cutting board back out, which I was not planning on getting back out, but this is spontaneous. I decided, I'm gonna make a smoothie today. Let's do it. Here's my cutting board. Coming on out. Everybody over here. Okay. Everything's set up so I could make my smoothie. Okay. Perfect. Okay. So now I have him all ready to go on the wings. All right. Move it over there so you don't get too nice and straight. Okay, so I'm gonna bring you in a little bit closer. I'm gonna fly you in. Moo! Going down for landing. That's the beauty of a tripod, my friend. It's the beauty of a tripod. Now this is gonna be my verdict on the ceramic knife. So I had used like steel wool to try and get some of the stains off of it. And I used to just wash it by hand, but then it was getting really stained. And my verdict is I would not purchase one again. Yeah, I'm gonna keep using it because it's what I have, but I don't know. It's kind of cool though. Now on the same token, I do like it. Is this the best angle? Maybe that is a better angle. And I don't worry about getting rind in my smoothie because I don't know, people put like lemon zest and orange zest in dishes, but then like when it comes to smoothies, people are worried about like if some of the rind gets in there, and I'm like, I've never cared. I'm just like, whatever. I puree the whole thing. Except for like the really tough parts, I do try to get those out. Up, put you in. Thanks, Casey. I appreciate you're enjoying it. When I'm making smoothies with fruit, one thing I do find is if you rinse off your fingers, yeah, just do it. I'm gonna get a little washcloth I have up here. Well, I have an old towel-y thing I can use. Use him to clean out the sink later. Okay, so sometimes if I see a big seed, I will take that out. I don't know. I don't worry and stress about it too much. I just kind of puree it. The washer's telling me it's time to roll it. I'll look at it later, mister. Seed out. I'm making it for me. Anyone else has to drink it or eat it. So you see the little nub right there? If you want to have like a grapefruit where you want to eat like little sections, you want to cut it that way. And then you'll have the little sections like that. Isn't that pretty? You know what I want to do though, just so it's not hard later, is I'm going to start pureeing some of the grapefruits down. Sometimes you have to like smash them down a little bit so the big one will puree in. Or something to kind of tamp them down without spending $70 on like $700, not 70, or like 700 on buying a Vitamix. I just have my trusty old oyster. I think it's the oyster blender. I just tamp it down with my fork. Like just do that. It's cheaper. I normally buy it. So that way it's gonna, you get some of it pureed in, so it's easier to puree it later. And then, no she going up my board. We need to get a new hand soap pump anyhow. It's gonna be a nice Sunday drink. It'll last like probably for a couple days though, because I make a big batch when I do it. Like I've always done big batches of smoothies. I'm not durian rider. I don't drink like 5 bananas. I don't even think he ever did that, by the way. I think he's just clickbait. Okay. Look at all those grapefruit rinds down there. But it's so yummy. It is so, so yummy. I love it so much. Okay, so once again, I'm going to do this one first because I think he's been around for a little bit longer. He's shriveled up, but he's still good. The little nubs right there. Yeah, I think this was a different kind of grapefruit maybe. I don't know. No, it might have been the same one. It might have just been an earlier one. I'm not sure. I'm going to take some of the bigger seeds out though. Okay, so you could just, if you want to, you can take out the big seeds if you see them. I just don't worry about it too much, you know? Like, I don't stress about it. I'm not like, oh my gosh, I have to get every seed out. No, I just take out it if I can, or if I feel like it. Pretty. packed. It's like a packed stadium full of grapefruit smoothie. Stadium is packed to the gills, I say, to the gills. Tight still. Something to just kind of wipe it down, making a mess with it. Side of you. Alright. I am gonna wash my hands. There's a little whippy and all that grapefruit going on. Would you want to eat a grapefruit smoothie? I'm not saying you would. I like it. I love grapefruit though. This is not your run of the mill. I don't know. I love grapefruit, so I will eat it. I have it. So I'm gonna do a few more blends of it though until it's finely pureed. That's getting it pretty finely pureed. The piece de resistance is this. So I have this orgain that I use for making smoothies. It says that it comes with about 24 servings. So I find this stuff is a little chalky, honestly. But it's cool. I like it. It's plant-based. Okay, so it's like a plant-based protein. And the ingredients are really natural. It's like pea protein, sunflower, lectin, erythritol, natural acacia, orgain, millet, amaranth, buckwheat, quinoa, chia, kale powder, apple pulp, cinnamon, organic sprouts. I mean, this stuff is like, it has wheatgrass. It has like, if you look, 6% of your calcium, 0% of the iron. It has 30% vitamin A, thiamine, niacin, folate. It has quite a few things. Vitamin B6, it has 30%. Vitamin B12, it does not. But I take a multivitamin, you know. I'm getting my vitamins from this. But it's pretty good. I personally find it's too powerful if you do a scoop in just like a 12-ounce thing. Like, their recommendations are not how I would use it, because I feel like that would be super chalky. Because they say, what were their suggestions? Mix 2 scoops with 12 ounces of water or almond milk and shake in a shaker cup or use a blender. Like, honestly, I just feel like that'd be a little bit too powdery if it was just like that. But I find when I blend it into the smoothie, it's really good. I actually kind of like it. Plus, if you, like, I personally love grapefruit in its natural, like, state. But if you think grapefruit isn't very sweet, it has a little bit of, like, sweetener in it from the erythritol. So, yeah. It'll kind of... refuse to buy a $700 blender, and so that's what I do. That's what I do. I'm not gonna spend $700 on a blender. My gosh. Well, you know, people that have the budget for that, yeah, great, spend it. But you just blend a few more times. It's not the end of the world. It really isn't. It's actually a pretty good little blender. Oh, you know what though? I am gonna probably blend it a couple more times after this, because I see it didn't completely incorporate yet. So you see the sides kind of. So I'll give it a little bit more of a blend. Alright, put another container. Let's see. Some of my containers I haven't used yet. I had some little baby raisins. No, I just had these little raisins. I wonder if we were just to, like, I don't know, decorate it on top. That one? It's so good. They're clumping together. I was thinking, because they were always saying that you could use dates in certain recipes. I have a lot of raisins, and I want to try and do something with raisins. But you really don't need to. Like, once you put the raisins in here, they are so naturally sweet. The raisins make it taste, like, very sweet. just using up what I have around the house, friends. It's good. It tastes really good. Top this one off. Now I'm gonna have to clean the kitchen again. You know, this is how it works, right? You make something, and I have another cleaning session here. So, I'd say let's gather up. The first step I'm gonna do is I'm gonna gather up all the Alrighty, Ruse. Let's try and organize a little bit before we finish up. So, right here. Do you like being on a tripod? The good thing about being on a tripod is I can move you guys around wherever you want. Wherever I want, not wherever you want. I think I'm going to start testing out my other camera, my, big camera again. I just need to charge his battery. And I wasn't super keen on his audio anymore because I felt like his audio was worse than the iPhone in some ways. But I think I'm going to be getting him going again. There. Rinse you off. There. Okay. Rinse off the lid. Hot water. Put them in there. Oh no. Not that. Probably have to run the dishwasher a little bit sooner than I thought, right? I'm feeling better though now that I had some smoothie because I had some lentils earlier. That just wasn't cutting it. I needed something else. Like that instantaneously just gave me this boost. Wow, it's just really good. Very good. Definitely gave me a boost. It's so good. I'm gonna try to get the rest of this smoothie out, I think. There's a little bit more that can come out. The longest time. Mary has the coolest videos about her garden in Puerto Rico. I used to love like her content. Like I still love it, of course, but she just posts some really cool videos. Okay, so I'm gonna finish washing you. We are thinking about maybe trying the container garden again this year, but with plants that are more shade happy in my yard. I haven't done that in a while. I actually need to take down some dandelions because the rain, we had like record breaking rain this year. There's so many dandelions. I actually need to go like pull them up because they're wild ones. But anyhow, these smoothies were just so good. I love them. So this was grapefruit. People don't really love grapefruit, but they have grapefruit trees and they give it to me and I love it. But I think even if you don't like grapefruit with that protein powder, it gives it a little bit of sweetness. But then maybe, I think you'd still have to be a grapefruit super fan to drink a grapefruit smoothie, you know? And I think I've had enough of it. And I also enjoyed my coffee in my cute little rose cup. Anyway, thanks for watching, everybody. Have a good day.